Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Coming to you from the Rancho again today. Weekends are my time when I have a little time to think and do some planning. And after that video the other day that I gave y'all a little teaser about how I was moving closer to a low-fat, raw vegan lifestyle, I've been doing a lot more thinking on that, and I actually had a couple of little revelations on it over this weekend that I thought I would share with you, that it might help you, whether you're trying to be, like I say, a lot of these tips can be used. Although I'm always talking about raw vegan, these tips can be applied even if you're not following that lifestyle 100% or however much you're following it. So, you know, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt and apply it how you see fit. But if you are trying to get there, and for me, I'm thinking this afternoon, it's not some drastic thing. I'm not making, you know, it's not like I'm going from sad to low fat or from high fat to low fat. At the most, I'm going from eating probably a little bit more fat than is optimal for me. So how am I going to do this? I need that fat. I need those avocados every day. Or do I? Or is it just about the taste? Is it just about, is it the actual fat of the avocado I need? Or is it that taste of the avocado? Do I just need something different and flavorful, you know, to eat from time to time for a change? Well, I got thinking about this, and yesterday I didn't feel like eating fruit during the day all day. So I had my standard, I think I had about 10 bananas first thing in the morning, my banana ice cream. Then I had 64 ounces of orange juice. And then I didn't want any more fruit. I hit a wall. I didn't want any more fruit, just vegetables for the day. So I made a nice salad. And I made this same, and I'll tell you why I've got this out in just a minute. I made this same little dressing. And this, like I say, I want to keep giving her plenty of credit. This is a creation by Tanny Raw. I'm going to give a link down below to her channel for any of you that might not know her. I know a lot of people that follow me also follow her. But I want to get, you know, I've been talking about, I mentioned her in several videos, and let me, before I tell you my plan on this thing, let me tell you why I mention her so much. But, you know, over 6 months or so, there's been all this, there's nothing but these raw food wars and these people arguing about this and that, and it's a lot about egos out in YouTube and the video world. And all your, I don't say our, I say your raw food gurus and leaders, because I don't need gurus and leaders, are pretty much just focusing on a little spat between themselves. So I would say since, how long has Tanny been doing her channel? I don't know, so I guess it's been a couple of months or so now, but I would say since she's done her channel, she's about my #1 source for this lifestyle. And she's probably, in the last 3 months, been maybe one of the only people that has actually taught me anything. I'm kind of having to get this stuff on my own because, like I say, you got to wade through this YouTube world of what are the agendas out there and why is so-and-so saying what they're saying. Tanny Raw, it's pure real. That's what I like about her. Anyway, this is her, I digress, this is her mango red pepper dressing. I was trying to find the exact video, and now she's got so many videos it's hard to go back through there, so I don't know that I did it exactly like hers. I can't remember. She used a different type of basil, but mine is basically 1 big mango, 2 red peppers, I've got some regular basil, I've got some garlic, and I threw in a piece of ginger for a little kick. And right now I'm just sitting here, I'm just dipping some cauliflower. Well, I started thinking about this low-fat, raw vegan thing yesterday when I didn't want fruit anymore. I said, well, you know, how am I going to keep this interesting? It's like that avocado. Sometime at the end of the day, that creaminess of the avocado in my green soup, or even just the consistency on a salad, I almost feel like I have to have it. Well, yesterday, okay, I made myself a big salad for lunch, and knowing that I made a salad for lunch, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to eat 2 meals today, so obviously I'm definitely not going to eat fat in both of these meals. So I said, okay, for the first meal, let's whip up this dressing. So I whip up this dressing, and I eat it on my salad. Beautiful salad. Now, one thing I did yesterday, I didn't do today, I put some cayenne in there, and my cayenne bottle's a little clumpy, and I put too much, and it was a little too spicy. But anyway, I had a good big salad for lunch yesterday with this dressing. No fat. I get to last night, and that's what happened with the other half of this head of cauliflower. I did my usual. I put it in the food processor and made it into fake rice. And then I made, and it's very similar. I don't think I did it perfect, but it's another one of Tanny Rawls' recipes. It was a tomato sauce. It was originally, she did it over pasta, but until I get to the States next month and get myself a spiralizer, I've been putting it over fake rice. But anyway, once again, it was, oh God, I can't remember. I won't try to like remember the recipe right off the top of my head, but it's also got tomatoes, peppers, basil, a few, I didn't have dates, so I put a few dried plums in there. Anyhow, no fat again. So I get thinking last night as I'm laying in bed doing some writing, and I'm like, eureka, the light bulb goes off. I'm like, you know what, it's not so much that I'm craving that fat when I come in at night. It's just that I'm eating fruit and eating pretty simple and mono meal, or not like just one long mono meal some days, just nothing but bananas during the day, that I just need something a little bit more exciting at night, a little bit more flavorful. It is not the fat I'm craving, it's just craving having something that's a little less boring, for lack of a better word. You know, so it goes back to education. What I always preach, educate yourself. Well, I think I told you about 3 months ago, and I bit off quite a big chunk saying this, and I've progressed at my own pace. I said I'm going to teach myself how to be a raw food chef. Well, I haven't taken great leaps and bounds, but what I have done, and I have to think, I'm not working in a restaurant, I'm not feeding people, you know, even if I start doing retreats here, I don't really see being the one that prepares the foods. So what I'm getting at is all I need to do is learn three or four new recipes to add to my repertoire. the way I eat, that lasts me for quite a long time. I mean, you're looking at the guy here that can make the same green soup and drink it 4 or 5 nights in a row and be very happy with it. So that's going to be the plan. And you know, I've told you before, even though it doesn't get me in trouble as far as me eating something bad, I'm not the best in the world, even though I preach it when it comes to preparation. I let myself get where I don't have stuff around the house. So the key, for once, I'm going to finally have to start being a little bit prepared and a little bit organized, because the key to doing this low-fat, raw vegan thing is going to be preparing stuff like this. It's going to be like on the weekend, making a big jar, you know, maybe making 32 ounces or more of this. Maybe making 32 ounces more of another type salad dressing. Tanya, I'm gonna get another dressing recipe from you. But if I have those things sitting around and I have a little bit more prep, I'm less likely, or I'm able to. I'm not saying I'm less likely. I'm not trying to give up fat. As I said in the last video, or one of the last videos, I'm not really trying to go below 10%, but I am trying to kind of find out how I can make myself eat how I want to eat. In other words, like I don't like any sort of, I don't like to give in to any sort of cravings. I like to always control what I'm eating. I don't like to be the slave of a craving to an avocado. In other words, if I eat an avocado tonight, I decided to eat an avocado tonight. I didn't eat an avocado because I, you know, that I wanted to eat it. In other words, I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. It's hot out here today. But anyhow, that's how I'm going to make that next move. Like I say, I'm about to finish up, by the time I get back, I'm going to the States on June 3rd. By the time I come back, I'll be well done with this 90-day challenge, and I'm going to roll right into the low-fat raw vegan. Like I say, I'm going to give the low-fat raw vegan and real serious low-fat raw vegan at least a good 30 days, if not 60 days. Who knows? It could stick. It could become like, it could become the regular way I live. Like I say, I will never be locked into anything. Who knows? Maybe I get to where I eat low-fat raw vegan, you know, 5-6 days a week. I have one day a week where I let up a little bit. Or another thing I believe in a lot is that we cycle. It's not about, like, I think we can eat this way for 3 months. I think we can do something else for a month or two, and then we can move around. It doesn't necessarily have to be like the same thing, you know, all throughout the year, day in, day out. But anyhow, yeah, that's the key. You've got to keep it fresh. I would say whatever stage you're at in this journey, you have to learn how to prepare food to a certain extent, because I don't think I'm going to find too many people more simple than me, able to just pound, like just eat the same things over and over. But even I start getting bored, and even I'm aware that if I don't learn how to prepare some more tasty, interesting things, that I'm not going to be optimum. But I want clean, tasty, interesting things. Anyhow, I hope this has been a little bit of value to you wherever you are. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you very much for always tuning in, and many blessings to all of you out there. Peace.